and we are sharing one of those success stories as well with you guys. And so what she did, she's an amazing doctor. She went to the US, she was practicing over there, and then she thought, so she actually belongs from Abbaspur, which is actually 2 kilometers away from the line of control or the border for India in Pakistan, Kashmir, ladies and gentlemen. She thought that the area was so remote that people were actually not getting the right treatments. She didn't actually look for anybody else. All she did was she made a hospital by herself, by her own hands. She's running the hospital as well, and as of 1st of July, the hospital is for free too as well. It's a 9-bed hospital. There are 2 wards in it. But now, how did she do that? I will be sharing the success story with you guys on my right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. We have been joined by consultant medical specialist, Dr. Mehnaz Ashraf Haq. Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's great to have you, and I feel great, and I think that probably in life I will have a mission of such sort as well once in life, inshallah. And alongside her, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by somebody. When Dr. Mehnaz actually at the foundation, she was a part of the team. She's always been looking after the operations, whatnot. There are so many difficulties when you're doing things on your own, and especially when you're building a hospital on your own. So we're going to ask her. We're going to ask them about their journey as well. But ladies and gentlemen, alongside Dr. Mehnaz, we've been joined by somebody who's a general physician. She's none other than Dr. Iram. Fatima. Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. But ma'am, why would you come back? You had a good life. Why was there a need for you to build a hospital?
So actually this is our ancestral land, and we have been in New Jersey for many years, and now that the kids are all on their way, finished with their studies, I had some time, and I thought it will be a good time to go back, and this has been in my mind for a long time. Since I started my medical school, it's my dad's, my late father's.
Where did you start your medical school?
I went to Dow Medical College in Karachi.
Yeah, that's a great college.
Yeah, so when I started my medical school, my father, actually, this was his wish. He's not with us anymore, but this was always in my mind that I have to do this when the time is right.
Yeah.
So I guess this was the right time.
Yeah.
So we actually started this in November 2017. And just to give you a little background, initially we didn't know what the response will be, what things are needed, what kind of facilities are needed at that time. So it was only like 2 containers that we started, but after speaking to the people around and get to know their different stories and experiences, it sounded that women health was a major issue. So as per their requirement, then we started like labor and delivery, operation theater, so all of those things started as the need was. As we realized what the need was, we kept on adding the different facilities.
That's great as well. So, having an idea of doing something this big is a different thing. But then getting onto the ground realities are always different. There's so many challenges you have to go through that we want actually you to share with all our viewers of what were the challenges you were facing at that particular point of time when you actually initiated the entire process.
So I think Iram can elaborate more because she was the main person coordinating all of those things from here. But obviously the connectivity, the roads and all of those things, that was major issues, but maybe Iram can highlight.
So how did you, first of all, how did you become a part of the team in the first place?
So I was working for MTBC as a medical coordinator, and MTBC is Dr. Huck's husband. He owns that company. So I was working there. So she shared her idea of the hospital, and then she initiated construction and all that. So we were initially facing challenges for the machinery, how the hospital runs, and we needed someone who can run the hospital. Like I have an experience in the hospital. I have been in the Holy Family Hospital here and the Benazir Bhutto. So I actually knew what kind of things we needed there, what are the machinery required there, what are the inventory and all that stuff. So she shared the idea, and then the challenges we were having in the logistics and getting right things there. So that's how I was involved little bit in the start, and then I just take over all the operational activities over there.
Well, that's great. So, and how did people respond knowing that you were actually from a Boston and that you've come back and built a hospital for them?
So a lot of them are like the people that, because as I said, it's an ancestral land.
Yeah.
So you know mostly everybody around the house. So they were very excited, and the response has been great, and that's why we kept on adding facilities and adding on more rooms and adding on more buildings.
Wow.
So it's just as the need, like so, as per the need, we kept on adding the things. So the response was great.
All right, well, that's great. So let's talk about the facility you have provided to people out there as well. You were mentioning earlier while we were in discussion that there are prenatal services as well, labor and delivery, all of these. But what about, you know, major or minor injuries as well? And can people actually be operated over there? Can they get a treatment of that sort?
Yes, so we do have initially to start with lab facilities. We have X-rays, ultrasound, minor surgeries. As we mentioned, it's very close to the line of control. So obviously, any kind of injuries. We do have labor and delivery. We have a couple of deliveries in there, but normal deliveries. And we had some not emergency surgeries, but planned surgeries. We did had surgeries there
And
too.
that's great as well, because I've seen people coming from remote areas to get themselves treated to Islamabad, Lahore, or probably Karachi and other places as well. But I think that the biggest challenge which I see for myself, if I would have been a doctor, was, for example, if, you know, Dr. Iram would have called me and would be like, you know, would you mind working in a Boston? I think that would be a challenge for any other doctor to accept. So how did you come across that?
So for everything, like not only the doctors, for the paramedic staff, we have those challenges in the beginning. But luckily now Azad Kashmir have their own medical college, and now the first 2 badges are already in the market. So we received new doctors there, and then there are certain people like us who are willing to, you know, just go there, serve for a few months, and so we are now getting more and more expert people there.
And I think that it would be a nice place to work.
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
Yeah.
And then we
It's
took
very nice.
some, because we were like a technology, we have the technology background as well from the MTBC, so we initiated you know, stuff like the telemedicine and all that's over there to facilitate people with the consultants, with all the people who cannot go there but can give the consultations remotely over with the internet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we have the hospital have all the systems over there are electronic. The record registration, the medical charting, everything is electronic. And then we added on the telemedicine, telehealth system there. Many of our friends from all over the Pakistan, even from the UK, from US, they join us through telemedicine, they give their consultations. And we manage cases in a way that whatever can be done there through paramedics or through the junior doctors is done there, and then we refer the cases to the specialist in the CMS Ravla court or other
That's
areas.
great, and thank you very much for mentioning MTBC, because now I remember Haq Saab as well. He's been on the show too, and yeah, that's great, and it's a great job you guys are doing, I must say once again as well. So what was his role while you were on to making a hospital at a place which was very remote?
I think because MTBC has been established here for a long time, the support that was like the, you know, as Iram mentioned, with their IT expertise and starting up all this telemedicine, and so that was the biggest biggest help.
And he did that for you too
Yes,
as well.
yes.
All right. And wasn't he sort of that, you know, you have to travel so many times to Pakistan, you know, it would have been nicer, you know, if you could have been together over here in New Jersey or things like that. You know, but because, you know, husbands and wives, they have this kind of relationship.
No, I think because he did the same thing when he started MTBC.
Yeah.
So he does travel, and the background is the same, that you are here to support Pakistan, to
Exactly.
head the local people and local community. So I think that he was already doing it. I think I got the idea or the support or the motivation from him. So
And I like his accent as well. You know, he's very calm, and when he speaks, he's got a very different accent. It's not very American as well, and it's not British at all. But I like him a lot. But ladies and gentlemen, at this point of time, while we were actually talking about how people are helping other people, because they belong to that area, and they thought that, you know, if it was difficult for us, it is going to be difficult for people or generations to come. So they came up with this idea of building a hospital, whatnot. We've got a picture to share. So the moment you're going to look at the picture, you're actually going to let me know how do you feel about that picture. Okay. So picture, ladies and gentlemen, picture of the day. Go ahead. I think it's a cute
Caring
one.
is sharing.
Yeah.
Hearing is sharing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great too as well. What about you, Dr. Iram? What do you have to say?
So you know, no matter how old you grew, but
Yeah.
you can still have some fun around.
Or probably, ladies and gentlemen, when you grow old, you only have one Facebook account
Yeah.
and you got to surf together. I think that's what
Whatever,
it's.
whatever works.
Yeah, but it's a cute picture, and I think that it gives us a message that it does not really matter how old you are. You still have to be a companion, and you still have to be side by side. That's what it is. But very quickly, before we, come towards the end of the show as well. So initially, when the hospital was operated, or when the operations were in full process, you were charging a few pennies to all of those people who were coming in. But then as of 1st of July, you're not even charging any amount of money. How would you do that? I mean, are there other partners who are coming in? Are there other people? How did that happen?
Yeah, so we actually merged with Indus Hospital from Karachi, and obviously that's a huge organization, and their motto is that it's totally free, cost free. And we are very excited about this joint venture because obviously the more people can benefit from the hospital and they can get free services is the better it will be. So
Exactly, and which is why I'm going to actually ask you, so is it just going to be a Bosphor or other remote areas within Pakistan as well?
for Indus,
For the hospital which you have built. What is the name of the hospital you've built?
it's actually Ashraf and Munira Memorial Hospital,
And it's named after?
my parents.
Wow, that's great. So Ashraf and Munira Hospital is going to go to other remote areas as well?
So maybe Indus can go into the other areas as well.
Thank you very much for coming for the rescue. Yeah, it's great. Go ahead.
So because Indus is not only the hospital, they are the network of 13 hospitals and
Yeah, I know.
19 small
They've
centers.
been on the show too.
So we were in discussions with Indus, and they have the same electronic health record systems.
All right.
So we thought to go in a joint merger, so we can share our electronic health record system, and they can come up with, and we can give them the ideas of telemedicine and how to execute that, because we've been already doing that in the hospital.
Exactly.
So of all these discussions, as a network, they are interested to grow their network all across Pakistan, and Kashmir is something very challenging for them because of the distance and because of no presence before and any networking in the Kashmir. So we provided them a base that they can grow a network, and now they are really enthusiastic to just take over other sites in the Kashmir too.
Well, that's
and
great.
and as you knew that we just held a inauguration ceremony, and the president was there, President AJK was there. So he ensured his support for the Indus as well as for the ANM. So we are expecting that this will grow later on
It's
in
just great,
Kashmir.
ladies and gentlemen. My day is getting better and better, even though that I got back at 4 in the morning last night as well. But I think that, after having this conversation, I'm just so positive about people doing so many good things for other good people, which is why I'm going to share one video, because I actually want you guys to feel positive too as well. Go ahead, take a listen. It's going to make your day.
Gotta be kidding me. Get lost. Whoa!
I think, ladies and gentlemen, it was the cutest video I have seen so far. I mean, I haven't even looked for such a video on internet as well, but I think that our producers did a great job, and there's always positivity in everybody's head. All you have to do is probably just learn from somebody else. That's it, how they are behaving in a particular given situation. It all comes from within, just like it did come for Dr. Mehnaz as well. So how do you see the future of the hospital which you've built, and how do you see the future of healthcare in Pakistan?
So inshallah, I'm hoping that this will grow very quickly and very fast, and I'm hoping that in this, whatever, I mean, there are so many other programs as well, and plus with Indus such a positive, all over the way they have grown and everything. I'm hoping that it will be much better
Well,
going
that's
forward.
great. And thank you very much for doing such a wonderful job. It was great. What about you? Are you still going to stick to the hospital, or are you going to come down to the city
Yeah,
one day?
No, so I moved to New Jersey too. So
Okay.
I'm taking care of other stuff related to hospital, related to healthcare industry.
Yeah.
So that's mainly of the software stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's great. And ladies and gentlemen, very quickly before we wrap, I'm actually just going to ask for one single permission. Would you mind if I kind of imitate your husband just right now, just with his accent? Would you mind that?
At your
'Cause I
own
like
risk.
it.
At your own risk.
Okay, because I like it. This is how he speaks. So at MTBC, that's how he speaks, and I love that guy as well. You guys are doing a wonderful job, Aksab. If you're out there, congratulations to you, and to you in the first place. Obviously, it was your initiative. Thank you very much, Dr. Iram, for being there, because people who are actually living overseas, they really need people who are reliable, just like you, so that they can put in all of that hard work, which is actually being directed to them with all of that passion. Thank you very much once again for
Thank
being
you.
with
Thank
us.
you for
And
inviting
please
us.
Thank you for
continue on
inviting
this amazing journey. There are so many other remote areas in Pakistan as well, and if you can do that, that will be great. So, ladies and gentlemen, humanity. Yes, I think that I still believe in humanity over here as well. And for people who are out there, ladies and gentlemen, every single individual has the capacity to do it. All you need to do is just think and decide what you want to do. And once you've decided, just please do not get your focus anywhere else. Just be so focused that Allah is actually where Allah will actually give it to you, or just ask from Allah. That's how things work over here. So for everybody who wants to write to us, please write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. On Twitter, it's World This Morning without a G. On Daily Motion in YouTube, it's World This Morning. The Fabulousity is going to be 11 p.m. tonight. Till the next time, look after yourselves. Rain's coming your way. Please make sure to keep umbrellas in your car or wherever you are going. Look after yourselves. Bye.